Welcome back. You just saw part one of our message video before the Florida trip, and as you just saw in part one, this guy right here made his first appearance on this YouTube channel of mine. Since it was created on August of 2019, on the day that I came back to YouTube from an over 4-month hiatus that you saw back then on Sammy's channel. But now he's back on here on my channel, and I hope you enjoy these second half of things right here. Number 6. The Blues Clues dubs. Rick's number 1 goal. This is the main reason why I'm gonna be in Fort Myers. His friends have seen these dubs, so he doesn't want me to be the odd man out for seeing these, and I have the list of everything that has either been dubbed or that he has recorded or downloaded, starting with those from the original.
Ooh, can I read these?
Sure.
I'll read all of these languages. There's a ton of them, so I'll go fast and say them all. Albanian, Arabic, Brazilian Portuguese, British English/UK, Castilian Spanish, Chinese, Danish, Dutch, European Portuguese, French, German, Greek, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, KBS Korean, American Korean with Steve, Latin Spanish, Malay, Norwegian, Persian, Polish, Romanian, Russian, Swedish, Thai, and Turkish.
Those are all the ones that were on the original. Now, Sammy's going to read all the ones from the revival in alphabetical order. Ready? Go.
Arabic, Brazilian, Portuguese, Bulgarian, Castilian, Spanish, Chinese, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, European Portuguese, Finnish, French, German, Hebrew, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Latin, Spanish, Malay, Norwegian, Polish, Romanian, Russian, Serbian, Slovenian, Swedish, Thai, Turkish.
Well done. Way to go.
Thank you.
And some of them, some of those dubs on the original were not in the some of those that were in the revival were not on the original, and some on the original are not on the revival. But I would say more those that were on the revival were not on the original. But you get my idea, and I'm gonna have fun watching all those dubs. It is gonna be hard to decide which one he's gonna pick first, but I helped him out by saying that, well, we'll start things off with those that were either talked about the most or that are some of his favorites. Number 7. Thomas and the Magic Railroad. This is a movie based on the Thomas and Friends TV show that I got introduced to on some Dragon Tales videos I have, like the first one I know of was on Big Brave Adventures, Let's All Share and You Can Do It. On the only Bear in the Big Blue House VHS I have, it has the rolling into theaters everywhere July 2000 part. It's also on the VHS version of Thomas and Friends Spills and Chills, except with a different announcer. There is another trailer for that. The main actors and actresses in it besides Thomas himself are Alec Baldwin, Peter Fonda, Conan McMains. I think this is the one that put him on the map. Mara Wilson in her early days of hitting puberty, and Didi Khan. Yes, that Didi Khan from Grease. I think about Grease every time I watch Didi Khan as Stacey Jones on Shiny Time Station and Thomas and Magic Railroad.
Hey, I mean, Grease is the word that you heard.
Yep. And I saw Didi Khan in Grease first. And I went on to see the Nostalgia Critic's review of it, and he was pretty angry over the fact that he never saw the show, but he talked about it in his Top 11 Mistakes Part 3 video. You shouldn't review Thomas the Tank Engine if you haven't seen the show. Turns out it was true, and he only reviewed it because a lot of people want him to review it, and he just He's only there. He's only there to make jokes, man. Just give him a break. Um. Yeah. I've seen the show, so I know most to a lot of what happens in that. The tank engines are there to help things out and save problems and stuff like that. I then went on to find out that this movie didn't do well with critics, but audiences liked it twice as much as the critics did. But Rick doesn't care. He's a fan. He likes that movie in the same way about Thunderstruck, a movie that, as I said before, movies with NBA superstars don't have the best track record, and Thunderstruck is a victim of that. But do I care? No, I like this movie.
And me too.
And Sammy does also. For Kevin Durant and Taylor Gray.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna watch that movie no matter what people think of or say about this movie.
Here's a big one.
Yeah, here it comes. Number 8. Watching Dora the Explorer for the first time in 18 years. I can't believe I just said that. Back in 2005, I had a grudge over Dora because back then I went on nickjr.com, saw a video of her in the real world talking about piñatas and the culture of birthday parties. Some kid, I assume was the birthday kid. I'm going to feel bad for the birthday kid, whoever he or she is, after I say this, but the kid whacked the piñata. The kids were happy that they got the candy. I was crying. Because I felt bad for the piñata, and I didn't want to see it getting whacked, but come on, I was only a little kid back then. I didn't fully understand about birthday parties back then when it comes to piñatas. I just didn't know back then.
But now you know.
Now I do, yes. And and since then I never liked Dora again, and that was the last time I ever saw that video. I know it exists, but it's just nowadays it's considered lost media. Earlier this year, after some down moments I had with her for 18 years, well, almost that, and shocked to be seeing her on the opening of a DVD, Rick told me that Dora the Explorer, or a special called Dance the Rescue, an episode of The Price is Right, aired on the same day, November 11th, 2005. He wanted me to give Dora a chance, and I decided, you know what? All right. I'll give her a chance. I'll leave the past behind, and now I'm giving her a chance. I'm going to be watching Dance the Rescue. I'm going to be watching Dora's First Trip, Bugga Bugga, and maybe some others.
And I'm proud of you. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving Dora another try after all these years.
You're welcome. All right, so... And she is cute to look at, though, so... Mm-hmm. So, I'll give her that, but, yeah. I'm giving her a chance, and I'm sure that's going to be fun. Number 9.
Number 9.
The November 14th live StreamYard. At the beginning of part 1, I told you about that on Rick's StreamYard on November 14th, which was yesterday. I said that that we announced on his channel that we were going to Fort Myers for a few days, and now it's my turn to announce it here on my channel. And we're playing on that StreamYard for a few days. The wait for you to get here was worth it. But before Sammy was at an event at Olami, and I had to wait for a while for you to get here, but but the wait was worth it, so we were able to have you here so that we can say the announcement and then when we got off, we were able Rick and I watched an episode of The Price is Right. On one night we saw prizes and cash being given away for a grand total of $219,376 in one day. And then my luck went downhill since. But when I see more of that, I'm sure the luck will pick back up, and I hope that it will very soon.
Here we go.
And the number 10 thing is...
Number 10.
Having a great time with Rick in Florida.
Oh, of course.
Of course, that's what we're here for. We're going to have a fun time with Rick and his family, watching the dubs, watching other things that interest him, and doing all sorts of fun activities, because it's something that he's been wanting to do for a long time. He's going to live his dream, unlike Ember from Elemental, who tried to live her dream but didn't work out for her, and I left the theaters emotional when the end credits started. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a tough break for her, but the tough break won't happen here. We're going to have a fun time going there and watching all those things. Now, before we go, here's something that I've been wanting to do. Now that we're in our thinking chair, let's think. Okay, so we're trying to figure out what are Rick Rampasati's favorite CBS game shows. And our clues are the CBS logo, a whammy, and the words "Come on down."